Good morning and happy Friday. I hope you've had a wonderful week. This week I've been kind of recovering from being at a literacy conference where I got to do a couple of presentations, and one was on teaching perspective taking. Because if you have ever tried to teach a child to look at things from different people's perspectives, we know it can often be difficult. And it can be difficult for adults as well. But because of that, I have perspective taking on my mind. And so the book I'm going to read to you today is actually one that I use to teach perspective taking to my students, basically any grade level, because it's a picture book and picture books work wonderful no matter what age student that you are working with. And so if perspective taking is something that you want to learn more about, or if you're interested in, I do have a little bit of information on it on my webpage, which is learningengaged.com. But I definitely, that webpage actually includes a book list, and this book is on it. But I wanted to read this to you today in case you had not seen it. And the book is called Voices in the Park, and it's by Anthony Browne. And it's just a quick picture book, but it's a lot of fun. It was time to take Victoria, our pedigreed Labrador, and Charles, our son, for a walk. When we arrived at the park, I let Victoria off her leash. Immediately, some scruffy mongrel appeared and started bothering her. I shooed it off, but the horrible thing chased her all over the park. I ordered it to go away, but it took no notice of me whatsoever. Sit, I said to Charles. Here. And this book is divided into 3 voices, and so this is the first voice. I was just planning what we should have to eat that evening when I saw Charles had disappeared. Oh dear, where had he gone? You get some frightful types in the park these days. I called his name for what seemed like ages. Then I saw him talking to a very rough-looking child. Charles, come here at once, I said. And come here, please, Victoria. We walked home in silence. So here's the second voice. I need to get out of the house, so me and Smudge took the dog to the park. He loves it there. I wish I had half the energy he's got. Make sure you're really paying attention to the characters because you'll start seeing some overlap. I settled on a bench and looked through the paper for a job. I know it's a waste of time, but you gotta have hope, haven't you? Then it was time to go. Smudge cheered me up. She chattered happily to me all the way home. So here's the third voice. Oh, I apologize. I told you there were 3 voices. There's actually 4. I was at home on my own again. It's so boring. Then my mother said that it was time for our walk. There was a very friendly dog in the park, and Victoria was having a great time. I wished I was. Do you want to come on the slide? A voice asked. It was a girl. Unfortunately, but I went anyway. She was great on the slide. She went really fast. I was amazed. The 2 dogs raced around like old friends. The girl took off her coat and swung on the climbing bars, so I did the same. I'm good at climbing trees, so I showed her how to do it. She told me her name was Smudge. A funny name. I know, but she's nice. Then my mother caught us talking together, and I had to go home. Maybe Smudge will be there next time. And here's the fourth voice. Dad had been really fed up, so I was happy when he said we could take Albert to the park. Albert's always in such a hurry to be left off his leash. He went straight up to this nice dog and sniffed its backside. He always does that. Of course, the other dog didn't mind, but its owner was really angry. I got talking to this boy. I thought he was kind of a wimp at first, but he's okay. We played on the seesaw and he didn't say much, but later on, he was more friendly. We both burst out laughing when we saw Albert taking a swim. Then we all played on the bandstand, and I felt really, really happy. Charlie picked a flower and gave it to me. Then his mom called, and he had to go. He looked sad. When I got home, I put the flower in some water and made Dad a nice cup of cocoa. So, as you can probably see, this book is great for perspective taking because you have not only 4 different perspectives, but 2 of them are adult perspectives and 2 are from the perspective of a child, which when you're trying to teach perspective taking to students, it can often be difficult for them to realize that adults have very different views of what happened compared to children based upon background and experiences and other things. So this book is fantastic. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you find a way to use it either in your classroom or just to read on your own. Have a great day. Bye.